for a semifinal showdown between the Southern Prep Fighting Rangers and the River Oaks Mustangs. I'm Theodore Fernandez, joined on the call by James Shannon, and it is time for kickoff here in Vernon. Onside kick attempt is going to be recovered, and we are about to get underway here. Before we get into the action, River Oaks has a very, very interesting story, very interesting path on how they got here. Alex Chasen with more.
Buddy, I'm Alex Chasen, happy to join you today. And you're probably wondering, right? You see Max Prep, you see a 1-8 Mustangs team. Well, actually, they are 10-0, and they had a recruiting issue this season that actually caused them to forfeit 8 games of this season. I want to read a statement from Coach Barton saying, "We have moved forward and firmly believe God has his hands on us and used this situation to give us an amazing and outstanding experience that we didn't even know existed. What a great thing Mike St. Dennis and his father have provided for so many boys and girls over the years, and we are excited to be a part of it." That is the statement from Coach Barton. Back up to you guys. Let's have a great day of football.
Well, here is the snap. It's going to be taken by Anderson for the Fighting Rangers, and that will move the chains or set up a second down.
And so far, the ball's been touched twice by Josiah Anderson for Southern Prep on the kickoff coverage. This makes number 3.
Yeah, he is a workhorse out there. 95 carries on the year. He is their primary running back in every sense of the word. But for more on River Oaks, coming from Monroe, Louisiana, they had some recruiting problems, like Alex said, and they're here trying to make the best of their season after being ruled ineligible for.
I would say recruitment misunderstandings, miscommunications, maybe. But yeah, I mean, it's exciting to see them here. Of course, not the first MAIS team to be in the tournament. You had Hillcrest Christian a couple years ago make the trip, and it's fun to see football. Of course, they're coming from Louisiana.
Absolutely, and
I was going to say Hillcrest coming out of Mississippi.
Penalty.
So Anderson's rush is going to be called back on the Rhett Driggers holding call. They'll walk this one back, and it'll set up a third down, or rather replay of second down. So Anderson, the workhorse running back for the Fighting Rangers, he does a ton out there for the team. And here we go, second down, getting set. Snap taken. And there's the give to Caleb Cole. Caleb Cole, a name to watch. This man was the heart and soul of the entire Rangers offense.
And Caleb keeping the tradition of his brother Ian playing there at Southern Prep, and it's a family affair for them. Several guys, it's a family affair, but Caleb doing a great job of keeping the tradition going.
Southern Prep, no strangers to this stage, winning it here 5 years ago.
Winning the D2, that is, yeah.
Here's the snap. He's running around, and he is going to be brought down. That's Corday Williams on the run. We didn't see him in the snap before. Corday Williams came in late to enroll at Southern Prep. He enrolled 2 weeks late, had to sit out another 2. So by the time he got here, this team was sitting at 1-5. They had a lot of drama preseason. Braden Pace, a freshman, had to start a bunch of games after an All-American QB from the year before, unenrolled a week before the season. Williams took over, went 5-1 as a starter, and that is why Southern Prep is here. Takes the snap on 4th down, being pressured. And there's rollout throw, just a little short for the intended receiver, Braden Evans. Evans only appeared in 1 game this year, and he only has 1 reception on the year for just 2 yards. Does have a rushing touchdown, but.
And great pressure there from River Oaks, just making Corday make a decision and making it quick. I mean, that's very key, is not letting him sit back there and making that throw, or going through his reads. Go ahead, get the ball, make him get the ball off real quick, and it results in a turnover on downs.
So this our first look at the River Oaks offense. Number 12, Jaden Davison at QB, and
Gotta love a good hard count, Theodore.
yeah, he got him there. So I believe actually gonna take a second look after the initial encroachment call. So it will set up a 1st and 5 for River Oaks. This Mustangs team, if you need to know one thing about them, they love to run the football. They are a great rushing team, and we will probably see that on display here. 1st and 5 snap given. Look at the motion. That is Lantavius Murphy, and that is a name you'll be hearing a lot. 60 carries on the year, took over 1,100 yards, James.
Yeah, River Oaks, a very high-powered offense this year. I mean, just you look at if you look through the score, you can look on Max Preps and see the final scores. The scores on there were their wins. Now, they're marked as forfeit losses, but that's what they won by. Just a crazy amount of offense. Almost got them there.
And here's the give to Price. That is Byron Price on the rush.
And a great open field tackle there by number 9. That's going to be Jay Goggins, the senior. It's kind of a lost art being able to make a solid open field tackle. It's something that coaches work on a lot, and sometimes sometimes a kid is able to execute, sometimes not. Great job there by Jay.
2nd down, handoff going to go. Number 24, John David Green, he's brought down, and we have a 3rd and short situation coming up.
And all you big boys watching, I know you're going to enjoy watching the play of number 51, Kenneth Boston Jr., the senior. You saw on the play there just a pancake block, just put him on the ground, seeing his gameplay. I'm looking forward to seeing it all afternoon.
And this will not be the last time we'll see his gameplay, as he will take the field for Ole Miss next year as a Rebels commit. We'll have more on that later. For now, 3rd and short, screen pass. And Murphy makes some cuts, making guys miss. What a run for Murphy. No one is going to catch him. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Theodore, I don't know if our cameras caught it. But around the 35-yard line, I still see a couple pairs of ankles right at the hash marks. The young man just making men miss. Just incredible athleticism on that.
That is touchdown number 22 on the year for Murphy. This man averages 18.4 yards per carries. I'm looking at his stats pregame, and I thought Ashton Genty was a dominant running back. This is a dominant running back.
And that's a dangerous look right there, going shotgun and flanked on either side. Actually, yeah, well, flanked on one side. Well, it looks like they're going to direct snap it.
Yeah, it's Murphy looking like he's getting the ball with Colquitt in the backfield. He's going to run, and they did not have a chance. Hurdling in.
And I think they're going to flag the hurdle. As much as we love to see it, I don't think you can do that. We'll get the call, of course.
Yeah, looks like this one will go back, and he's in disbelief.
I think they're going to say, yeah.
When's the last time you saw a hurdle on a 2-point conversion? Wow.
I mean, that's effort. That goes to show you the effort that young man puts into his gameplay when he is just doing what he's got to do to cross that goal line.
Just absolutely incredible. Now, this is the heart and soul of the Mustangs offense. And actually, believe it or not, the Mustangs, before heading home to Monroe, Louisiana, they'll be making a little pit stop on the way. They're going to be stopping in Mobile, where Lantavius Murphy will be visiting with University of South Alabama. He's got an interest. He's got offers from a couple schools, including Grambling State, a bunch of SWAC schools, but South Alabama FBS football would be a huge pull.
So they have moved this 2-point conversion attempt
to the 17.
You don't see that every day. 2-point from the 17.
And it's still going to go to Murphy. Automatic corner end zone. 2 defenders on him. It didn't matter.
He got the field cam. That young man is doing what he's got to do to score.
Man, perfect on the money pass from Jaden Davis. And that is just a hard play to stop.
And you love to see the excitement from the young man just after having laid everything out to get that, to still get in the end zone.
When's the last time you've seen a team go for 2 from the 17-yard line? Just absolutely incredible. So now we're going to get another look at this Rangers offense, and things obviously didn't go great that first time around as they were pressured on that 4th down rollout.
I mean, you obviously saw what worked for that Rangers offense, and that's going to be just put the football on the ground and move it. And I would expect a lot more of that. I mean, what's the old saying? If it ain't broke, you don't fix it. If you're running the ball, moves the ball down the field, that's what you got to do. Do not panic. You're 5 minutes in and you're only down a score. Stop. No, don't panic. Throw the football.
Oh, and
wow.
You can't throw the football if you don't recover the onside
And I mentioned earlier Josiah Anderson doing a great job of getting a fielding the onside kick. Right there, ball comes off of his chest. River Oaks able to grab it.
That was Andrew Robinson on the recovery. He pretty active in the Mustangs running game, and there he makes a huge play to keep the ball with his team. The hands team has got to be there, and it just was not for the Rangers. Here we go, Davis in the shotgun, and we are right back at it. Snap. Looking. Throwing deep. And just a little over
I love it.
Price's arms.
I'm sorry. I love the fact that those young men were able to play for it. 2 number 4s, going at it, playing the ball, and a great no call from the ref, in my opinion. Some refs would throw the flag there. I like the no call. Let the boys play. Let them contend. Something else I noticed. I mentioned Boston, number 51, earlier in the pancake block. On that play, no one is trying to get that blind side. As a quarterback, that is such a relief to know that, hey, I got somebody like that. And then it's funny to see the contrast between the center and the left tackle. Obviously, the left tackle is massive, but it's such a relief to have that as a quarterback, to have that protection.
Here's Davis going to throw deep end. Where is the defense? Nowhere to be found. Reggie Jackson, the sophomore, in for 6.
And a great job there on the fake. The line, the protection, just enough time for him to just rainbow that ball into Jackson. And Jackson only a sophomore. Great job finding the ball, hauling it in, and executing on that play. Great job.
This man is young, and he is very, very good. This is a team that, you know, with how strong their running game is, they didn't throw it a whole bunch. Only 1,300 passing yards, and Jackson had over 600 of them, adding another 60 or so to his tally right there. Well, Murphy isn't even on the field for this 2-point conversion, as there's the give, and there is Zadarian Colquitt in for another 2.
Well, and Theo, when you've got guys like Colquitt and Jackson who can add to such an offensive firepower, the amount of offensive firepower they have, when you have guys like that, you can rest Murphy a little bit and you know, pull him back, or it can be a 1-2 punch. Put a guy in here, let a guy rest, or put them both in. There's so many different options that you have with the type of firepower that River Oaks has.
So much talent, so much size too. This is a big team out there on this field. You know, and obviously the 6'8", 315-pound mammoth of a guard in Boston helps, but this team is just clearly prepared for their game.
Want to give a huge shout out to all 183 of you watching the broadcast here on 8-Man Extreme between River Oaks and Southern Prep. A lot of folks not able to make the drive. 215 now. Great. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Theodore.
Well, there's the hands team coming through. That's Rhett Driggers on the recovery for Prep. And now we finally get to see their offense again after that first drive.
And it's very obvious that River Oaks, they love to pick on that one spot right there. And for Coach Bell and his staff, it's going to be and they may have found it there with Driggers. It depends as the game goes on, but they may have found a guy. They've got to find somebody that's just going to snag that ball. They've got to put their best hands guy right there.
Direct snap, Anderson. And he's going to fight for a couple of yards before being brought down.
Something I'm noticing with this defensive line is just the pressure they're able to get. I mean, as soon as the ball was in his hands, he took 1-2 steps. Defense is right there. I mean, that's what you've got to do when you've got an offense like this where the quarterback, runs, especially in this package.
There's another give and bouncing around, trying to find something, and he's going to carry some defenders for a couple yards, setting up 3rd and short.
Just a tough run there by Josiah Anderson. I mean, what can you say? The young man had a dude hanging off of his back. It was number 4, Byron Price, hanging off of his back, and he's still just legs turning. That's why coaches always tell you, don't stop moving your feet. Even if you get hit, if the guy's hanging on top of you, he can bring you down. You keep your feet moving, it's harder to bring you down.
3rd down snap again to Anderson, and they have him. Yeah, he somehow managed to avoid the TFL.
I feel like I've had nightmares. You have the nightmares where the monster's chasing you and it's the big guy. That's what I imagine Josiah Anderson was going through just now. He looks and goes, oh, man. Oh, man.
Man, I got an SEC.
Had to make a business decision on that one.
SEC football player coming down right at him. And it's honestly a miracle that this isn't 4th and long.
Well, and again, that's because of the tough running of Josiah Anderson. Mentioned it. Guys hanging on him. He doesn't stop moving his feet, and he's able to get in, move the ball forward, put them in a 4th and manageable.
Yeah. So now after Anderson took 3 direct snaps, it's going to be Corday Williams back in to try and set something up. He's going to take it on the run. He escapes Boston, 1st down and more. Past the 20, 15, 10, 5.
Wow.
And he is
he's
gonna
not
be just
in.
short.
Oh,
No,
wow.
touchdown.
Wow. They're going to give it to him. What a run by Anderson, or Williams, I'm sorry. What a run by Corday Williams.
Exceptional. Man, I thought Boston had him dead to right, short of the marker.
I mean, he had him again, and Williams able to escape it this time. And honestly, those are the kind of runs, Theodore, that really put some juice back in your team that, hey, you know what? We've got something that works. The morale issue comes in when you can't find anything that works, and guys start worrying about that. But when you find something that works, puts a little pep in your step that, hey, you know what? Let's just ride this horse.
That was an incredible run. A lot of great runs today. Now 2-point conversion to try and make it a 1-score game.
Nope. They should have gotten 7 for false start. They got it.
Yeah?
They're going to say he scooped it. What a job.
Cole was able to dive down, make the catch.
What a job by Caleb Cole there. It wasn't a scoop. It was a scoop and score, just an offensive scoop and score.
Well, we are going to go to break here with 5:12 to play. And how about the Rangers fighting back? We'll be back with the conclusion of this 1st quarter when we return. We are back here in Vernon, and how about that incredible drive from the Rangers? Onside kick is going to be handled by Murphy, and now the Mustangs will start in enemy territory.
Theodore, a whole lot of eyes on this game. River Oaks essentially representing the MAIS, even a conference that has teams in Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi. This is one of the best teams that they've got, and they're here at the tournament. A lot of eyes on Southern Prep representing the AISA out of Alabama, and really just Alabama 8-man football. But a huge shout-out to everyone watching. I think a minute ago it was up to 358. It's back down about 219. So a huge shout-out to everyone watching.
We appreciate all the support as there is the give. And how about the fighting ability of Byron Price?
All right, helmets off, helmets off.
That was Cole on the tackle, finally bringing him down after a 5-yard run that took a long time to develop.
And Price just fired up as soon as he was getting up. He's going all day, all day. You can't, again, I talked about earlier about Josiah Anderson having the guy, and it was actually Price hanging on to him. Anderson kept his feet moving. Roles reversed now. Price keeps his feet moving, and Cole struggles to bring him down.
Cole, one of the better pieces of this Rangers defense.
Oh, they got him.
Yep, can't be doing that pre-snap.
Offsides, defense, 5-yard penalty, second down.
You see the anger from that Rangers sideline. Turns a 2nd and 7 into a 2nd and 2. You look at the versatility of this offense. I mean, they've got guys everywhere. I mean, Murphy's lined up on both sides of the field. He's lined up in the slot. He's lined up on the outside now, as they're actually going to bring it back in as the officials are. I think it's an equipment thing. As
they're going to make him take his back plate off, which is curious. He's had it so far here in the first quarter. It's a sick back plate, Theodore. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if we got a shot of it.
Yes.
Pretty sick back plate. Maybe
cool.
more, or maybe it came loose. Maybe it came loose because it is screwed in. Maybe screw came loose.
Well, now without the back plate, they're going to get going. So much pre-snap motion as there is.
What a hole.
Handoff to Green, who's going to be brought down just shy of the 30.
That was Boston. Oh, a little bit extra on the backside. Boston clearing that hole out. I mean, a lot of these teams coming down, especially the schools, you got buses, you got school buses. That hole could have fit 2 or 3 of those school buses. Just, I mean, how big it was.
We've seen
Theodore, I'm sorry. I'm convinced Air Force One could have fit in that hole. I mean, it was clear.
Just so much room. You just see this is a man amongst boys, and just incredible play from Boston. This guy looks on another level right now.
And what haven't we had in this game, Theodore?
Here's the give. Gonna go Murphy, and no one can get him. We got a guy tumbling, trying to tackle him. Doesn't matter. Touchdown Mustangs.
And an excellent block there by number 3, Andrew Robinson. Just textbook, open field, legal, just great block. I mean, that if you're a coach, you're pulling that film back up and showing your guys, hey, listen, that is how you block someone that's in pursuit. Textbook block. Love it. And honestly, it's a credit to this River Oaks coaching staff and how they train their young men.
James, I can tell you're having a fun time talking about these
I'm having
linemen.
a blast. Big shout out to all 278 watching right now.
And all 278 viewers are getting a pretty fun show so far.
It's a fun game. At some point, somebody's going to drop someone like a bad habit, but we'll see what happens.
There's Murphy, direct snap, and he is tripped up. How about Cole getting his hand in there, make the stop, and it stays a 14-point game.
Again, another great open field tackle there. Just sometimes you just grab the shoestring, and it's all you got to do.
We were told pregame when me and Alex Chase and our sideline reporter went to go talk to Coach Roland Bell, we were told that we know about Cole's receiving ability, but we need to watch just what he does out there on defense, and he certainly has made his presence felt.
Other than the rain, Theodore, a beautiful day here in Vernon, Florida. There's some wind. It's kind of cloudy, so it's not too sunny, kind of messing with the equipment. Other than the rain, and it is a little humid, but we're in Florida. That's to be expected. But other than the rain, I mean, this is football weather, man. I love it.
Absolutely is. I didn't even mind the rain earlier. We got a nice muddy field.
I did because I'm trying to run around and protect our equipment.
That is a very fair point. I was sitting inside earlier in the press box, just chilling.
Yeah, I bet you were.
Here we go. What we presume is going to be another onside kick. And it is going to be swallowed up, and now a chance to return. Nope, that goes backwards.
Wow.
Kendarian Robinson tried to make something happen.
And there's a flag on the backside of the play around the 43-yard line away from where the tackle was. And Theodore, this game getting chippy. There's a little bit up. There we go. There's another flag coming in. Oh, he threw it a little bit closer. Or maybe he's got two. I mean, I thought they'd throw the hats if they've already thrown the flag.
We have Ken Lewis down on the ground. An 8th grader for the Mustangs is
first time matchup here, Theodore, between Southern Prep and River Oaks, and so there's no history here.
There is no
just
history.
Just good chippy gameplay. Not good chippy gameplay.
Apologies for that. That's Jackson Mika on the ground.
We apologize to the family of Caden Lewis. Your boy is not on the ground. He is healthy. He's standing right here on the sidelines.
During the run, personal foul, blindside block on the receiving team. 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
Well, that makes life a lot harder for the Rangers there as they back it up to the 20-yard line.
And this is a Southern Prep team that finished number 5 seed in the AISA.
It does not tell the whole story, though, as you're closing the season out 5-1. They had a interesting playoff game, which we'll get to in a minute. Here is the give. And how about the running ability of Josiah Anderson? Still going, and he's down at the 44. That's a 24-yard rush right there. How about that? Getting the penalty yardage back and more.
You hear people talk about a tough run, and then if it was in the dictionary of football terms, this play would be playing right beside it. This is the textbook tough play, tough run from Anderson. I love to see young men with that type of effort, that level of effort.
I do too. Just that whatever it takes mentality.
Exactly.
Doing anything to stay on your feet. Oh,
wow.
Didn't stay on his feet that long there, though, as he is absolutely leveled. And that's going to be number 10, James Poland, the junior, on the tackle.
Yeah, they tried the option, and they were going to fake the option going left, gave it to the man up the middle, and by the time they finished that, we talked about it earlier, the pressure that River Oaks is able to put on Southern Prep. As soon as he made that fake and gave it to him, 2 defenders right there.
Here we go now. 2nd and about 12. Snap, fake, and there he goes. How about it? More QB running from Corday Williams.
Great decision by Williams, too, because he fakes the run up the middle, and then he's out on the RPO. He thought about pitching it, looks at the defense. He goes, you know what? I can get around the edge, directs his guy to go make the block, and picks up the first down. And that kind of decision-making, you can't teach, Theodore. It's something that it just comes – it's part of your gameplay. It's something that you just develop.
That's the beauty of the option, especially at this level. One play you're down half second after snapping it. The next, you're off for a 15-yard rush. This time it's going to be give. And a couple yards there for Evans.
Number 5, Braden Evans on the carry there.
Yeah, after an initial look at a fumble, they realized he was down. Evans, we talked about earlier, 9 carries on the year, 54 yards and a touchdown, although he did only appear in 1 game for the Rangers. Shotgun now, nobody in the backfield, empty, and Williams is going to run it. And he is going to have a lot of yardage, the shiftiness to get to the 15-yard line. What a pickup.
And, again, Theodore, something that a lot of coaches struggle with is changing game plans on the fly, because you come in with a game plan of this is what we want to do. and it's not working, and so you try and just beat a dead horse and just, this is going to work, going to work, going to work. The good coaches can go, you know what? This is working. Let's just do this. And that's what Coach Bell and his staff have done. They said, hey, you know what? Corday is running NASCAR laps around this defense. Let's just give him, let him hold the ball.
Yeah, they just simply can't bring the man down. Here he's going to roll out, throw. Oh, and Cole took his eyes off the ball a little early, although that play didn't look like it was going that far. So clock stops, 10 seconds to go in the first.
Well, and there's a flag back around the 19, but that's why it's so important, Theodore, and coaches preach this. You've got to catch the ball before you turn and run.
On the offense.
So.
And that was on the left tackle there. You saw on the play with the chop block.
That'll
cut block. I'm sorry,
cut block. Yeah.
And trying to open that side up.
Gonna back things up a little bit here. So still in a great position here with the first and, oh, it's going to be first and 25 coming up. Still, though, I mean, you're deep in enemy territory. Got to score here. Keep it a one-score game on what may be the final play of this first quarter. Timmy Williams. Cole in motion. He takes the snap. Fake handoff. Gonna run. Oh, Cole nearly bobbled it, and they've got him down at the 26-yard line, and that, ladies and gentlemen, will be the first quarter.
And that was Williams trying to make chicken pot pie out of chicken scrap. He's just trying to do the best he can.
Yeah, I mean, they had his jersey from the beginning. Still, though, we have ourselves a fun game. 4 touchdowns scored with the Rangers possibly knocking on the door. We'll be right back with the second quarter. We are back, second quarter play. We flip sides, and the Rangers looking to get back in the end zone. It's going to be Williams, empty set. Motion, he takes the snap, gonna run, looking for a hole, gonna try and get past the defender, and he is gonna be downed at the 21-yard line.
And a good hard run there by Williams. The only critique I would have, Theodore, is the way you're taught is if you're running left and you've got defenders here in front of you, that ball needs to get shifted to your left arm so that you can use your right arm for a stiff arm. In that situation, the ball's in his right arm. He can't do anything but try and put his shoulder down. You got to be able to switch that ball over to the left side. Other than that, great hard run by the young man.
Absolutely, and it's going to be looking at a direct snap here possibly. And mine's going to be Williams and Anderson. Snap, Anderson running. Williams going to throw it, and dangerous, dangerous pass nearly ended up in the arms of Reggie Jackson. Instead, it'll be third down.
Boy, he read that pass like a nerd in a library. I mean, he just absolutely was on top of it.
He certainly was. Correction will be fourth down now, and this is a tough spot to be in.
Shout out to all the nerds that might be watching, by the way.
We have nothing.
The homeschoolers, the homeschooled.
We have nothing against libraries here at 8-Man Extreme.
Love them. Free Wi-Fi is the best.
It most certainly is. Fourth and goal, 21-yard line. Williams empty, trying to create something. Snap. Running. He's pressured. He's going to throw it. Oh, yeah. That'll be picked off by Zadarian Colquitt, the senior. That's just, you have to throw the ball, and it'll be going the other way now.
And again, Theodore, I do make the critique on that. You know what works? They've converted a couple fourth downs already with Williams carrying the ball, and they're trying to force the pass. And correct me if I'm wrong, Theodore, it has not worked so far. What has worked is running the football, whether it's Josiah Anderson, whether it's Corday Williams, whether it's Caleb Cole. Just ground and pound. And here's the thing, too. The more you do that, the more you wear the big guys out, the defensive line, who have to turn around and play offensive line, too. So now you start wearing down that line. Now it gives you a little bit of space to throw the ball because they're not breathing down your neck.
It's going to be a timeout called by Southern Prep here, as they evidently were not ready for the Mustangs offensive drive. Talk about a huge, huge drive coming up here. You haven't been able to stop the Mustangs once all game. They've had 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. They got to find a way to change that. While we have the timeout, we may as well look at where these teams sit right now. James, we talked about it. What are you doing right now if you're Southern Prep? How do you find a way to stop this rushing attack?
Man, listen, all you can do is just try and put pressure. I don't know. I'm very happy that I'm standing on top of this press box and I'm not on the other side of the field because I don't want that job right now. I'm very happy standing right here and just watching the game.
Yeah, tough situation to be in. I believe we are now going to go to our sideline reporter, Alex Chase, and we talked a lot about Kenneth Boston Jr., but Alex, here with more.
Alex, put on the headset, please.
We will go to Alex Chasen later on in this quarter, but here come the Mustangs. Empty set as they start their offensive drive. Motion Byron Davis.
Wow.
Enveloped at the line.
What a stop there. I believe that was Caleb Cole. Let's see if he turns around. No, that was number
Braden
5.
Evans on the tackle.
Yep, Braden Evans. Great job shooting the gap, getting into the backfield, making the stop. Loss of 5 on the play.
2nd and 15, huge tackle, and they are the Mustangs are inside their own 5-yard line, or at the 6 rather. Here we go.
After the play.
Davis takes the snap. It's a high snap. He's going to give, and it is going to be David Green down. Now we go to Alex Chasen.
So we see the Mustang dominance so far in this one, and one thing to add to their dominance. See the big man out there? Yes, number 51. That is actually an all-miss commit, so keep your eye on him the rest of this game. Kenneth Boston Jr. Going to be a big one in this game.
Boston has been everywhere on the field. We talked about him a lot. Ole Miss, we found out from head coach Bo Barton earlier, was his dream school. Always wanted to go there, and he committed literally the second he was offered back in June. He's a 3-star recruit.
As someone who bleeds orange, I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, obviously there's no rivalry there, but, love it for the young man. Absolutely love it.
You got a timeout called by Southern Prep, their 2nd, I believe, of the half. And we will throw it to break here as the Mustangs have a huge 3rd down coming up. 3rd down and 9 coming up for the Mustangs. We've had 2 big stops by the Rangers. Let's see if they can get their defense off the field. Going to be a direct snap to Murphy, it looks like. He takes it. He's going to run with it, and he is going to have some real estate. 12-yard rush moves the chains for the Mustangs.
And he tried the hard count, wasn't able to get him, and just decided, you know what, I'm going to take it myself.
You know, you saw Cole trying to size up the angle. He's the one who made the tackle there, and I think he wanted to try and make that stop before the line to gain, and that would not have been a wise move. Probably didn't have the angle.
Right.
So we're 3 minutes into the 2nd quarter, and you know, the Mustangs are still deep in their own territory, but now that they finally have some room to breathe, we'll see if that opens things up for the offense. Snap, nearly bobbled. It's going to be a give to David.
And Anderson with a great tackle again, shooting into the backfield, wrapping up the legs. And that's the thing, Theodore, if you've got, you know, I talked earlier about, you know, if someone's trying to tackle you, they go up high, keep your legs moving, they can't bring you down. Well, you can't keep your legs moving if you do it, if you know, execute a textbook tackle, wrap up the legs, right around the thighs. You can't keep your feet moving in that situation. Great job by Anderson.
You know, this defense is getting better and better on these 1st and 2nd downs, but still just you got to find a way to get yourselves off the field. You got to really try not to go down 3 scores here. Snap, give, David Green again, and flag on the play. He's a little short of the 1st down mark. It would set up about a 3rd and 2, but we'll see which way this one goes.
And Theodore, while we're down we got just a down minute. Again, want to give a huge shout out all 238 people watching.
We caught a glimpse of the comment section. We know that the Mustangs supporters are heavily invested in this stream. So a defensive chop block, not a call you see every day.
How I'm not understanding that, because wouldn't that just be, you can't block someone on defense
I'm trying.
when the offense has the ball, and Coach Bell is trying to understand the call too.
When's the last time you've seen that call?
I've
Chris?
never seen chop block called on the defense. I'm not 100% sure what happened there, but regardless,
we have our offensive lineman analyst stumped on a chop block call. Incredulous look on James' face right now. But it will be Mustangs at midfield now. Right at the 50, snap, screen to Murphy. And he doesn't have a ton of yardage there.
Ball's out.
Ball's out.
Ball's out, and
Murphy fell on it.
There's a little bit of on the ground for the ball. Murphy doing a great job. Sometimes you just got to go get the ball.
Murphy had just 1 fumble on the year. Just crazy for how much usage he had. That's number 2 right there. We're down to 7 minutes to go in this first half.
Coach Barton directing traffic in terms of the play.
He's been very active all day on the sidelines, and oh man, there is a long, long run for the QB, Jane Davis.
Theodore, I mean, if Air Force One fit up the hole earlier here on the left-hand side of the field on the run, you could probably fit 2 Air Force Ones on that hole. I mean, just, man, that's the kind of stuff that as an ex-offensive lineman I look at and I'm like, chef's kiss. Mwah.
And here
again, I mean,
another, yeah.
And again, it's behind number 51 Boston. He is clearing. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if his nickname was Bulldozer, because he is clearing a path through that defense.
There are a ton of things you can nickname this guy. I'm sure the folks down in Oxford will decide that in a couple of years for good, but he's just been so dominant out there. Now second and
Got him with the hard count.
wow.
That hard count's killing Southern Prep right now.
You've just given up so many, you know. Those 5 yards add up when they happen time and time again. You cannot afford to be doing this. And man, it feels like just a minute ago we were down at the 6-yard line, and look just how fast things came together for the Mustangs. So it's going to be first and goal as we've eclipsed the halfway mark of the second quarter. 5:46 to play. Yeah, we're going to have a little substitution. It's going to be Corday Williams, who also plays defense, coming off for this first and goal. Snap. And Davis is going to take it himself and be just short of the goal line.
Flag coming in from the backside. Mentioned it being a chippy game, Theodore. These are two teams that have come to play.
Seems to be getting more and more physical by the play, really. Huh? Waiting on the call. Didn't catch what Davis did, but assuming there was some extracurricular
I think
activity.
he threw the ball at a defender because I saw after the play was done, tackle was done, saw the ball come flying back to the left. Looks like it might have been thrown at a player. Or it might have been thrown at the ground out of frustration. That very well could be the positive. I don't want to pigeonhole that's what happened. It could be he threw the ball at the ground out of frustration.
Well, now it goes from a second goal at about the 1 to second and goal at the 16. Those 15 yards are gonna make a huge difference. Actually, to me closer to the 20. It's gotten really sunny here in Vernon as looks like there was a jump. Instead, Davis is gonna lob it up.
Wow!
What a hit! What a job by. Man, he is banged up. What a job by Reggie Jackson to haul that ball in for the big completion.
He climbed the ladder.
He's got hit from both sides.
That's going to hurt in the morning, and we hate that for the young man. He's down right now. He's struggling.
Shoot away from him. Shoot away from him.
Man, what a catch. How do you hang on to that football? The sophomore, an incredible play. And we are going to step aside here in Vernon. We're back with 5 minutes to play in the second quarter as Jackson's gotten off the field. James?
I want to give a huge shout out to Jackson because obviously on the sideline here, getting looked at, getting checked out, and took a nasty hit, completely legal hit, but just a tough hit. But the young man laying it out, and that's when you know that the guys love their coach. They love ball. They're there for their team. He laid his body out to climb the ladder and make that catch.
Incredible play that has the Mustangs in prime position, literally at the 1 yard line.
And Jackson's someone that they cannot lose.
Although it will be a delay game.
And he's only a sophomore.
Oh, yeah, he's only a sophomore. They got 2 more years of this. Now, without him on the field, they have to go from the 6 yard line. Looks like they were a little slow to get back after the game clock started, after the play clock started. River Oaks is going to call their first time out of the half here. Looks like just a little out of sync after the injury and the delay game.
Well, Theodore, if this result stands, it looks like on Saturday And again, it's only a 14-point game. Anything can happen. Southern Prep's been able to run the ball and have success, but if this holds, I'll tell you what, Theodore, it's going to be fun on Saturday. Southern Prep and Coastal Hurricanes, first-time matchup. Southern Christian, River Oaks, first-time matchup. Southern Christian, just a dominant performance against Coastal Hurricanes. And the Patriots, the 3 seed in their conference, but a tough conference. And so they came in, handled business, and River Oaks Southern Christian should be fun. We were watching the first game, and just a lot of offensive firepower from Southern Christian, but they handled it on defense. It'll be fun to see that matchup, those guys versus the offense of River Oaks and what they've been able to do. And then even Southern Prep and Coastal, that would be fun. If this result holds.
If it holds, yeah.
If it holds, there's a lot of game left, but just looking ahead, that could be – and honestly, you know what? Southern Prep and Southern Christian, 2 teams from the southeast Alabama area or the eastern Alabama area, that would be a lot of fun.
I'd be willing to bet that's a it's a matchup that has been played a good amount before.
A couple times, more than likely. I'm going to double check. I need to double check Opelika.
Well, here we go. It's going to be 3rd down from about the 7 after the leg game penalty. Snap, Davis, end zone pass, Murphy, and they just can't stop him. Touchdown, Mustangs. Catches the ball at about the 2, and no defender had a chance to even bring him down, walking unscathed into the end zone.
By the way, so Southern Christian, Southern Prep have played before. They're only 30 minutes apart. So that'd be a fun one on Saturday. But just a great job there, just on the money. Someone saying number 51 and 50 for the Mustangs looks like Schwarzenegger and DeVito in the movie Twins.
Comment section coming through for us.
You know who you are. Shout out.
Gotta love the atmosphere on these 8-man YouTube videos. And another jump from this Southern Prep defensive line. These are starting to add up. But what a drive from the Mustangs, you know, being down to their own 6-yard line after that being stuffed on 1st down and just meticulously marching down the field. It was a pretty long drive, too. Ate up over half of this quarter. And there's going to be the handoff to David Green.
He got it.
He's in.
What a run by Green.
Okay, so
not sure how you can throw a block on defense, but that was a big part of that.
We just
got
got word
that was a big part of that drive, Theodore, that really, added yardage to it. Is a big part of the drive was that call. Obviously,
yeah,
question marks, but
we just got word from our producer Spencer Thompson, who can't be heard on the broadcast, that the chop block, the defensive chop block that James was referring to, is because it's illegal to really block below the waist on either offense or defense.
But how are you going to block someone while you're on defense when the other team has the ball? That's my question.
Your guess is as good as mine, James. Probably better, considering I have a combined 0 offensive line snaps in my career. I'm sure it's very good having an offensive line expert with me on the call. Now the Mustangs prepare for, again, what we are going to assume is probably an onside kick attempt. Pins team has to be ready.
And the result, mentioned if the result stands, I mean, more than likely, looks like it will.
Looks like it will. Whistle's blown before.
We're going to get a false start here on River Oaks.
Yeah, false start. That kick went.
Or encroachment, maybe.
Nah, I think.
No, I think it is false start.
It is false start,
Let's get the call from Nate. Well, he's not going to make a call.
Yeah, so they're going to back
Maybe
this
Noah.
up. Rhett Driggers was there to cover the onside kick, as he has been for much of this game.
If you're Southern Prep right now, you got to start running the ball. Just go back to running the ball. You've got Josiah Anderson, Caleb Cole, and Corday Sanders. Run the Georgia Tech triple option
I would love to see that out
And
there.
just go at it. You've got to pull that defense in to make at the 10, and then through different passing plays throughout the first half. This defense is playing back. They're defending the pass.
So now the freshman Andrew Robinson to kick it off again, and this time he's just going to let it roll. Here's Corday Williams. What's the last time you've seen a QB take a kick return that far? Corday Williams making guys miss. What a return.
You can't just bracket him as a QB. That young man is an athlete.
He certainly is.
He is an athlete, and you saw it there. I mean, I mentioned earlier there were some ankles around the 25 after the first River Oaks touchdown run. I mean, he came pretty close to leaving them right around the, the 40-yard line right here, too.
Incredible. Just incredible athleticism overall from Corday Williams. How about this? This man comes in 5-1 as a starting QB, 1,000 rushing yards, 13 touchdowns, just 4 picks. He also is their second leading rusher, over 75 yards per game on the ground. Oh, he's also caught a touchdown as well. What can't this man do? So great.
I mean, I don't know if he can make a good omelet or not, but
maybe that can be a post-game interview question from Alex Chase. And as
wow.
the run to Anderson goes nowhere.
And they went to the option. Listen, if it works, you got to do it. But right there, I mean, there was nothing you could do about number 24, J.D. Green, just closing in and shutting down the run right there. There's not a whole lot there's not a lot that you can do to prevent that.
Yeah, just a hard play to make. Now as the clock continues to tick under 4 minutes, this is about as close to like a must-score drive as you're going to get in the first half of a football game, you know. 2-score game is a lot different from a 3-score game. If you can score and then stop them to close out the half, 4-minute drill offense, that would go a long ways towards making this a competitive game. Snap. Fake handoff rollout. He's going to look deep, and there is the big reception by Kendarian Robinson to get it inside the 20-yard line.
And a great job there by Williams, just finding his man, making the throw.
Kendarian Robinson, the number 2
I believe
receiver.
that was Williams that made the throw.
Yes, that was Corday Williams who made the throw. And Robinson, his first reception of the night, he had 24 catches, over 350 yards on the year, 3 touchdowns as well. He was the second leading receiver on this Rangers squad. And now they're going to let some more time run off the clock as they're in no rush to give the Mustangs the ball back, knocking on the door of the end zone.
And I don't know why you would be in a rush.
Southern Prep calls their final timeout of the half here after letting some time run off. 2:40 to play in a 22-point game. We'll be right back with the rest of this drive. You know, now with the penalty jams, got to imagine this is prime onside kick opportunity.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what they've done 9 times out of 10 in this game. It's not 10 kickoff. I haven't had 10 kickoffs, but 9 times out of 10, you know what I mean. But that's what they've done. And, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep doing it.
No reason to, yeah.
And make sure, and Theodore, I'll tell you what, it'll be interesting right after the end of right when the zeros hit, when the time hits zeros here at the end of the second quarter. Alex Chasen will have quick discussion with Coach Roland Bell from Southern Prep. It'll be interesting to get his thoughts so far on the first half.
Yeah, this is, man, an offense that could have very easily had 3 scoring drives. This could be a competitive game right now. And
if the correct people are listening to this in terms of our broadcast, can we get a question about how do you block someone on defense when you don't have the ball? Can we please ask that question? I would be curious to know the answer to that or what the explanation was, but regardless. Okay, so they're kicking off from the 45. That's right, because they were kicking off from the 40, moving up 15 yards.
And this one will be recovered once again.
That's what we call
by Rhett Driggers.
That's what we call a bullet of a kick.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Again, I want to give a shout out to this young man at number 13 from Southern Prep, Rhett Driggers. Great job just holding the ball in. First off, great name. Shout out to the parents. But just hauling that ball in and making sure that his team doesn't lose possession of it. Having a shot, even down 30, just having a shot to, hey, let's just throw it out there. Let's see it let's throw it against the wall, see if it sticks.
Yeah, definition of just step up and do your job.
Exactly.
Every team needs some glue guys, and looks like he may be one of Southern Prep's. Delay a game, they just were not ready.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Not often you see a delay game on the first snap of a drive.
Well, it happens when you're trying to get everything up and running, and the important thing is you got to watch this back judge. Right here, he's standing around the 40-yard line. He's got the countdown of the play clock, and as you get low, I'll let you call the play there.
Corday Williams going to take off, going to run, going to have some room, and a blocker. He's going to go right, evading the tackle. He's still on his feet inside the 35-yard line.
A flag comes in from the back judge when there was official 5 yards away from the play. I'm not sure what the back judge might have seen.
Saw Andrew Robinson try and make the tackle and just got left in the dust. What a run from Williams pending the penalty.
Looks like the back judge had a problem. Looks like the back judge had a problem with Williams getting pushed into the fence.
Good ball. Personal foul. Late hit. On the defense, 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
Yeah, so it looks like the back judge had a problem with the play. Well, it is interesting, though, the official 5 yards from the play didn't throw the flag.
Yeah.
It was someone 30 yards away, which in fairness, okay, I see the call. Interesting person who threw the flag, though. I'm just going to make that observation.
Well, for the fourth straight drive, the Rangers are in the red zone. They've only scored on one of those 4, though, so let's see if they can turn that around. Pressure, throw.
Oh, man.
That should have been a completion to Robinson, who just could not hang on to the ball. A second down, 31 seconds to go, and remember, they've used all 3 timeouts, so if you're the Mustangs, you really want to get some tackle them inbounds.
So,
well, here we go. We're about to have this second down snap. Williams looks ready to go. We got some motion with Cole. He's going to have his man in the flat. There's Anderson for a nice chunk play, and clock will stop with the first down. That was just excellent, go through your reads, find your man in the flat, and just easy dump off.
no one, by the way, no one has broken the stream. Looking at the chat now. No one's broken the stream. Having a couple issues here with the sun coming out very strongly. I mean, I love to see the clear cloud, the clear sky. No rain clouds here, but a whole lot of sun, and that still wreaks havoc on the equipment. So no one's breaking the stream. And there's a comment here on the chat. Defenders get flagged for chop block when no lineman is blocking a defender at shoulder pad level, and for another reason another defender makes contact with the O-lineman. Okay, so basically saying that defenders were trying to – a defender went low on an offensive lineman who was making a block. So basically he was getting contacted high and low. That's why they called the chop block. which still isn't a block, but regardless, let's just keep it moving.
Well, James Shannon, student of the game, learns something new every day.
Trying to
right?
understand. Trying to understand. I've never heard of defense blocking unless they have the ball, but regardless.
Well, here we go. So it was not a first down, so I'm a little unsure on why the clock stopped. Waiting on what's going to happen. Oh, and clock will, I believe, start on the whistle, probably. Here's Williams. And some pre-snap festivities as the Rangers have to back it up 5 yards.
Been monitoring all game, and I want to give a shout out. 232 people watching this. So whether you're a parent, maybe you're a relative of someone at Southern Prep, maybe you're at Southern Prep, at River Oaks, relative of someone at River Oaks, member of the MAIS, member of the AISA, or maybe you just want to watch a good doggone football game. Thank you for tuning in.
Here we go, 3rd and 7. Williams, snap, give Cole. And Cole first down and more fighting inside the 5.
Great quick throw there. And Southern Prep does not have any timeouts. Clock's running. They got to get it. They got to spike it. They got to spike it.
14-13, it's running. Williams doesn't look prepared. He has no intention of spiking it. Under 8
They're
seconds.
gonna take a shot here.
Looking. Oh, and there's Anderson. He dropped it. Anderson dropped it.
Oh, you hate it for the young man.
The easiest.
Now, in fairness, 3.9, so you still got time to run another play, but you hate that for the young man. I'm not even going to criticize it. In the moment, you're wide open. You in those situations, you're so worried. You're like, okay, I'm wide open to catch this guy. I've had those moments in life before where it's like, there's no way that you can mess this up. And then something happens, and you're like, oh, man. So I don't want to be too harsh on the young man. It happens. It's unfortunate. You hate it for him, but still got a shot to score here.
Here we go, 3.9. Huge play to end the half. Williams looking, running. He's got his man wide open, and this time it's going to be a catch. How about it? Number 28, that's Roman Dowson, wide receiver 4. That is his first touchdown of the season for the senior. Comes at a huge time.
And the young man just roaming wide open in the corner in the right side of the end zone. Nobody around him, able to haul it in. Southern Prep with their second of the game.
0.7 to go.
In reality, there should be about 1.8, maybe 2 on the clock, because a little bit of time ran off after he hauled the ball in and was confirmed to be in.
I think it's a safe assumption that the coming kickoff should be the last play of the half, and there's a flag thrown before the 2-point conversion. Anderson's in, but I'm not sure what the call is going to be. How about the lowering the shoulder to get in?
Let's get the call, because I will say, great job by Josiah Anderson to redeem himself there, and they do get a false.
Man on the line. 5-yard penalty, retry the down.
Okay, so illegal formation, but a great job there, Theodore, by Josiah Anderson to redeem himself. It wasn't a touchdown, but it was the 2-point. It was points. Did a good job hauling the ball in, making the play, and getting in.
And at the very least, that's a confidence builder.
Absolutely, no doubt.
Well, we saw the Mustangs get in from 17 yards out. Let's see if these guys can do it with the extended 2-point conversion attempt.
Let's see what happens here if they with the 0.7. You could almost go to halftime here, and they're saying they want the ball on the left hash, which is then option you have on your extra point tries. You can determine which hash you want the ball to be on.
See what they're going to create here. Cole solo off to the right.
I was mentioning earlier, your back judge is keeping the play clock. When his arm goes up, you got 10 seconds, and they do have a play clock here in the back of the end zone up on the pole. You can kind of see it.
Snap, there's a throw, end zone, and excellent catch.
Gosh!
He pulled that in. Contarius Robinson, fun 2-point conversion to end the half.
We talked about a confidence builder. Well, half isn't over. Confidence builder, Josiah Anderson getting the 2-point, making the play, putting his shoulder down. That is a confidence booster. Great job by Southern Prep there, getting those 2 points on the board.
Well, it's a 22-point game now, which, obviously it could be a little better for Southern, but, it's still a ball game.
But you're not at the mercy rule point.
You're not, yeah.
You get further away from that. Still got a shot. It's interesting here. They're going to play this .7.
Yes, they will. Here, I imagine you just put this thing on the ground, right?
I think you almost have to.
You have to, and you want to know why? Because Lentavius Murphy has been able to return 4 total kicks this year. 3 punts, 1 kick, right?
Something
4
you
returns.
Something you love to see. Number 2, Murphy's back out on the field.
Oh, Reggie Jackson, yeah.
Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, Reggie
You're correct.
Jackson
Yeah, Reggie
is
Jackson.
back on the field, which
Looks like he wants to be on for the play.
he does. But yeah, as I was saying, Murphy.
No, they're going to pull him.
uh,
Maybe he might have snuck on the field and they didn't know he was on there.
He might have. We're seeing him hopping off to the sideline there. Murphy, though, of his 4 returns, 3 of them went to the house. The man is just on another planet. There's the kickoff, and did they just kick it out of bounds? It's a curious decision to me.
Well, and I don't know that was the intention there. They're going to make him re-kick it, I believe. They can either re-kick it or they can take if it goes out of bounds, you got to take the ball at the 35-yard line. But they are going to re-kick it.
Okay.
Though.
I almost wonder, if
they're going to give your boy Murphy a chance to return it, maybe,
They will.
unless they onside kick it. Southern Prep only 2 kickoffs so far, or 3. I'm sorry, 3 kickoffs.
If I'm the Mustangs, I'd almost rather just take the snap, right? You've had, obviously, you're just coming off a 1-play drive. But now they have to kick it from back at the 40.
And he's a southpaw kicker. Nope, right-footed.
This one's going to land. And flag down,
And
which,
we do have a flag right here at the 45-yard line.
if this is on prep, would create a free play, right?
It's going to be on River Oaks.
Okay.
Something was done or said. You got number 51 and number 8, Caleb Cole. There was something there, and Green was on top of Cole there.
Yeah, River Oaks
As the official said back in the day, he was giving him the business.
Huh.
So the flag more than likely will. Let's
River
see
Oaks
what
is
they
already-
decide to do here.
They're already walking off. Yeah, they knew it.
So that's interesting. That's interesting.
Well, now we are going to be hearing from Coach Roland Bell momentarily. In the meantime, River Oaks, Monroe, Louisiana, walking off the field to call in Baton Rouge as the team from Louisiana making an impact. We're now going to throw it down to Alex Chasen, who is over with Coach Bell. Alex, take it away.
What's the count? I don't have a countdown. Spencer's saying go now, go now.
Coach, after a relatively tough first half, you find some momentum there at the end of it. What's the message to the team heading into half?
They're only human. Just got to keep fighting and take them out. I mean, we've played more physical than they have, and if we don't come back and win it, Southern Christian's got to thank us.
Thank you for the time, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Well, you heard it there from Coach Bell. Southern Christian will thank us if they don't come back and win it. We'll see if Southern Prep can go and come back and win it when we return. 38-16 at the half. We are back here. Second half of action going to begin in a couple minutes. 38-16 your score, and we're here with Alex
One
Jason.
thing, we're not going to win the talking game. We don't believe in that. We don't like to do that. Way too much trash talking going on out there to suit us. But the main thing is play our game and keep doing what we do, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Thank you very much, Coach. Luck on the second half.
Thank you so much.
Well, there you hear it from the very happy coach, Bo Barton, as his team leads by 22 right now. That offense has been truly dominant. They've scored on every possession where they've had the ball. I mean, just seriously, the attack from this team has been on another level, and really just Southern Prep has had no answer. Make matters worse, the Mustangs will have the ball to start the second half. I'm Theodore Fernandez on the call. I'll be joined by James Shannon momentarily as he makes his way back over to the booth in what has been a very fun D2 semifinal game. River Oaks making their first appearance in the tournament, and it's been one to remember so far. Lentavius Murphy, the man, went for 1,435 all-purpose yards during the regular season, and he is probably right around 1,600 already with his 90-yard touchdown and the many other massive runs he has unleashed today. You know, really everything has been going the Mustangs' way. Reggie Jackson, fortunately, was able to make it back onto the field. He was limping a little, but appears to be in okay condition. Made an incredible catch earlier, truly just special to set the team up near the goal line. We saw him take a hit, climb the ladder. I don't know how he hung on to that football, but it was something insane. We've seen other players getting themselves involved. You know, we've seen Jaden Davis make plays all game. We've seen John David Green really being the feature RB2 here. And then, perfect timing, right as James Shannon gets back here, we're going to talk about Kenneth Boston some more.
I agree with everything you said, Theodore.
James.
Stand by. Fat guy's catching his breath.
Well, I think it's safe to say Kenneth Boston's conditioning might be a little better than James Shannon's as he catches his breath after making it back to the box. Busy man running all of our broadcast stuff here at 8 Man.
Can we get a camera shot over here where we are? Can we get a camera shot?
We are.
We got this on camera.
On TV.
On camera. I want to shake your hand. That was an excellent burn. Excellent burn, sir.
And I didn't even mention Tennessee during that one too. So
you better leave Tennessee alone.
We'll leave them alone. I'll let Georgia beat them up for you. And we are about to kick things off here. As I said earlier, will be the Mustangs receiving, and it's an onside kick attempt that they're not ready for, but they blocked so well. You just look. You know,
able to grab it, yeah.
It was James Poland unable, or it was Murphy actually unable to grab it initially, and then the blocking was just so good that no ranger kickoff man could even get there. I'm sure James will be happy to see some more good blocking come from the Mustangs. That's really been their forte all night. So, here we go. First down for the Mustangs out of Monroe, Louisiana. Scored 5 touchdowns already. Let's see if they can make it 6 on this drive. Snap. Give to David Green. John David Green. He fumbled. He was sticking that ball out, trying to get a little extra, and it got knocked out, but a flag is down.
I know there's a lot of washer and dryers back at Laguna Beach Christian Resort. We're going to need to wash all this laundry. There's a lot of it on the field so far today.
There certainly is. And so many of them have been the Rangers getting drawn offsides.
Well, and just getting baited into situations that maybe are not advantageous that for people to, for you to get pulled into.
You know, but when you're facing this kind of rushing attack, you got to get every jump that you can. And they're just a little They're just getting caught off guard.
Holding on the defense. 10 yards from the end of the run. As a result, first down.
Man, we haven't kept track of penalty yardage tonight, but I'm sure that number is quickly skyrocketing here. So just like that, the Mustangs are into enemy territory. River Oaks going to get back to it. Jaden Davis getting ready to take the snap with Murphy in the backfield. Oh, I'm sorry, Murphy takes the snap, and he throws it right to Andrew Robinson, who has himself a nice little gain.
Again, game getting chippy.
Well, Murphy threw 20 passes, completing 16 of them, 386 yards and 6 touchdowns on the year. Not sure how many of them were screens like that. Really no way of knowing for sure, but 17 of 21 on the year now.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 4, the defense. 15 yards as a result, first down.
Another penalty against Southern Prep. Kadnarian Robinson called for unsportsmanlike conduct. That's been at least the second or third unsportsmanlike we've had called today.
When I mentioned, it's people getting baited into situations.
That's just a penalty you don't need to be committing, you know? You're down 22 points. You're coming out of the half, and it's hard to, you know, so hard to get stops when you're just, you know, giving up 30 penalty yards in 5 plays. And there's Murphy with the run. They just can't bring him down. Another flag thrown as Murphy smooth into the end zone. Touchdown Mustangs for the time being.
Yeah, we're gonna
incredible
check this
run.
play. It's coming back. That play's coming back.
Yeah, the refs are pointing both ways.
During the run, holding, number 75 of the offense.
You
10-yard penalty, replay first down.
Well, you were indeed correct in what was a very fun run to watch. We called back, holding on the junior, Carson Clinton. So they're going to run it back, 1st and 20. You know, we talked about the reason that River Oaks is playing in this game. And, you know, we also talked to Coach Barton pregame, and he said that, you know, he knew that this happened for a reason. He said that this is a tournament that he thinks that River Oaks could go to a lot. You know, he told me and Alex Jason pregame, you know, why hasn't this been a part of our season plan? And they're really making the most of it.
Well, and it's tough when you're in a conference like MAIS with as many teams as they have and the way the playoff structure is. And you see this in Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina with Skisa, Florida even. A lot of championship games are the Heartland Christian Athletic Conference out of Arkansas and Oklahoma. A lot of conferences, their championship game, we talked about it on, I talked about it on Extreme Talk this past Sunday, which you can catch every Sunday right here on our YouTube channel at 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. We talked to coaches and recap what happened the weekend before, preview what's coming up. But talked about it on Extreme Talk. A lot of championship games being played tomorrow night and Saturday. And it's tough to work those schedules out sometimes.
Snap Murphy, another screen, and this one is going to be broken up right at the line.
It's an incomplete pass. And you see number 12 for Jaden Davis for River Oaks now playing wide out. They've moved a couple things around. Murphy's now moved to quarterback. You know, sometimes when you're in a situation like this, you got a little bit of wiggle room. You want to try a couple new things to maybe prepare for a tough matchup with Southern Christian. Should the result stand, you know, your starting quarterback goes down, you got to have a backup that can, you know, continue to lead your team, and that's what they're working on developing right now. It's a great situation for them.
Absolutely, and, you know, as we said earlier, even though you doubt his omelet-making ability, James Davis does have 3 catches, 67 yards, a touchdown. Speaking of touchdowns, there's Murphy. House call, Mustangs.
And you got to love when the starting quarterback is throwing the block that leads to the touchdown while he's playing wide out. I mean, just perfect execution from the young man.
Just beautiful, beautiful play design and a 6th touchdown on the night for River Oaks.
The night. Where are you at, Theodore? It's hot. The sun's out. My guns are out. Night.
Well,
Man,
you want the camera back
where
on?
you at?
You want the camera back on?
Bring it.
Bring it. Gun show on 8-Man Extreme. James Shannon showing off.
2 points good.
Oh, and the flag is thrown after the play.
I mean, at some point, something's got to be done about this because it's getting a little chippy.
It really is, and I understand that things. Yeah, Colquitt did get it, the 2-point conversion, but
There needs to be a powwow at midfield right now between these two teams and the officials. I'm going to call for it right now, and this is just my opinion. The penalty yardage will be assessed on the kickoff, so River Oaks will be kicking off from the 25-yard line, which is interesting because if they do the onside kick and Southern Prep recovers, it's great field position for them.
oh yeah, it is. Might force them to actually kick it off. We'll see that. What were you gonna call for? Or James gonna take a step back for a second. There have been so many penalties after plays, like we've talked about, really becoming a trend, a theme in this.
It's part of the story of this game.
Absolutely.
In reality, and an unfortunate part of this story, it's something that has to be, it's got to be controlled. It's got to be controlled. I'm going to call for it right now. I mean, it's, and it's from both sides. It's a chippy ball game. It's a 30-point game. There's no benefit to it being chippy. Football, I mean, I understand football is I understand the game of football. I understand that there's physicality to it. There's
right at midfield. So, you've scored 2 touchdowns, but the bigger story, in my opinion, the 2 touchdown drives that are the 2 drives that should have been touchdowns that were stopped, at the 9 and the 10-yard line, respectively. Just this red zone defense from the Mustangs came through huge twice, and it could be a 2-score game right now if Southern Prep scores.
It's a huge part of this game.
Now if
It's
Southern Prep scores.
It's a huge part of this game.
Absolutely. With Cole in motion. There's the give to Anderson. Cut at the 20-10, be brought down at the 4-yard. Cut at the 20-10, be brought down at the 4-yard line. What a run for the Fighting Rangers.
Anderson moving like a bank robber and absolutely just getting down, making it happen.
Moving like a bank robber. There's a new one. And that is certainly true, as now they're back in the red zone. Believe it or not, this is the 5th straight drive. They've had 6 drives today, including this one. This is the 5th drive that's made it in the red zone.
He was moving like Fairlife Core Power was doing a giveaway.
Are we getting a Fairlife Core Power giveaway this year?
No, not this year.
Well, there is
a great run.
A touchdown run, just tough running from number 5, Braden Evans. That's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Comes in a big time.
And again, making the most of the situation. Listen, why not? Why not leave it on the field? Why not go for broke, go for the end zone, put some points on the board? You might as well.
The junior is the 4th leading rusher on the year for this team, and 3 ahead of him, Cole, Williams, and Anderson, all seniors. So Braden Evans' name to look out for next year, as he will probably be a feature back for this team. Certainly has shown flashes today. 2-point conversion, snap, broken up.
Want to give a big shout out to all 263 watching, and obviously we're monitoring the live chat and things that are being said, and I'm going to go on record. I'm going to make a request that everyone please keep the comments respectful and positive. There's a lot of things being said in the live chat, and obviously we can turn it off. Don't want to. Would love for people to be able to support the young men that they care about, but there's a lot of unnecessary stuff in the chat. If you don't get if you got the opportunity, go back to the beginning of the game and listen. We had Alex Chasin, our sideline reporter, talk about the situation a little bit. And speaking of which, we're ready to go down to him.
Back down to the field, and an observation I have made so far in the second half is both coaches have been saying, "Stop talking. We're not going to win this game talking." Both teams on the field continue to job back and forth with each other. There's a lot of passion in this game, something to keep your eye on throughout the rest of this one. And talking to Bo Barton at halftime, he was like, "We're not going to win this game, John, back and forth." So far, they've been talking. They have the lead, but we're going to see how things go. Just something to keep your eye on in the rest of this one.
You know, it's so easy to just look and wonder, hey, what if they find a way to score on those 2 drives, you know?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's a one-score game at this point.
Yeah.
But in fairness, they probably wouldn't have scored the touchdown they just did because you did have second-string players in on that drive on defense for River Oaks. So that probably doesn't happen.
You know, now you got to find a way to make it stop because it's just been outrageous so far. 7 drives, 7 touchdowns. And there's no better summation for just how dominant this Mustangs offense has been than that 90-yard run where no one even got a hand on Murphy.
Well, and not just that, the 90-yard drive in the first half.
Oh, yeah.
That where they forced the turnover in the red zone and they marched it down and put the ball in the end zone. That is the kind of stuff that wins games, and it's going to be a fun. And you can see referee Mr. Carr addressing these young men. I love that. I love just taking the initiative and going, look, there's no reason for all of this extra stuff. We're not going to throw flags. There's no reason to penalize. But we're going to talk about this, and we're going to give you all a chance to clean this up. I love to see that from the official. And, again, you know, it's the dominant offense. This Southern Christian River Oaks game Saturday, if this result stands, is going to be fun.
Well, you got your midfield powwow, James, and then you got 2 flags thrown immediately after it's broken up. Let's see what this one is.
It's a parent or it's an official. It's a parent or it's a member of the staff heading. Looks like he's heading back up to the bleachers right now. Question is, do they make him leave?
Not sure why he was on the field.
Well, he's on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Could have been part of the staff, but question is, at what point do they start making people leave the field?
Yeah.
And he is ejected.
Mm-hmm.
So they have ejected the individual that the flag was on, that the penalty was called on.
Assuming a member of the
staff or parents. He was on the sidelines, so he had to go. Coach Bell discussing with the officials the situation, working through it.
Well, 7:51 to play here in this third quarter, and we are going to step aside for a minute, take a break. 46-22 the score. We're back here. 8-man extreme, Theodore Fernandez, James Shannon. 7:51 to play in this third quarter. And here we go. Mustangs have it. In enemy territory, here's the give. John David Green. Nice little pickup before being brought down.
And a little bit of time, a little bit of stoppage there, discussing some things with Coach Bell. And person has been ejected. Sure, the players have maybe worked things out, hopefully, and cooled everything off a little bit. But a good job there. I love that. Just a good, hard football run, 7 yards. You get up and go back to your huddles.
Here is the snap again to John David Green, who gets stuffed. It's actually going to be Josiah Anderson on the tackle.
Young man doing it all.
He is.
Well, Theodore, how fun are these next two games going to be here on 8-Man Extreme today? 4 o'clock, East Central and Freedom, team from the ACSC that played for their conference championship last Friday. Freedom Cowboys, SEEC conference champions. That game's at 4, and then the nightcap, the main event, Tennessee Heat, Pack Panthers. Going to be fun. Pack coming out of SIFA and Heat coming out of SEEC. Going to be some fun matchups to close out the day.
It's the snap. Going. What a surprise. Murphy breaks another one. Touchdown. Flag on the field. Touchdown for the time being.
And it looks like it'll be on the offense.
Yeah.
Hold to bust that loose. I mean, in fairness, it did look like he was able to break free, and it may have been precipitated by a hold.
I am very excited for this Tennessee Heat Pack Panthers game, as we do indeed get that offensive holding call.
Well, it's not holding, but it is a personal foul. Not sure what happened, but it will take the touchdown off the board. It'll stay a 24-point game. 3-score game right now. Yeah, I mean, Pack and Heat played for their conference championship. Yeah. Pack won theirs. So a couple champion versus runner-up matchups to close out the day. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun.
You got a gritty, well-coached Heat team. They may be a little banged up, but they, are going to come here determined, try to get over the hump. I'll be sideline reporting that one. I'm excited.
There you go. A little plug. There you go. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, got to promote. There's Murphy, direct snap, handoff. There's Colquitt, who is going to be brought down. Anderson celebrating the tackle there, and it's going to be 4th down here. A lot of celebration. Refs kind of kindly telling.
I mean, listen,
come on,
the young man came in, made the tackle. He's going to be excited. Look, these are kids, the teenagers. They've got emotions. Mm-hmm. It's just football. It's an emotional game. The young man made a great play, got up. He celebrated. It wasn't a derogatory celebration. And they're going to send Driggers off the field. Looks like an equipment issue.
Yeah, so Driggers runs off into the game. Number 71, Brandon Bell Jr. 4th down snap coming. They're going to uncork a ball to Murphy. That's going to be caught.
They're going to rule him down by contact, but what a catch by Murphy.
That is a great play as I believe that was Braden Evans trying to make the stop, went for the legs, and Murphy hauled that ball in. Just an excellent throw, too, by Jaden Davis. He's really stepped,
Yep.
He hasn't necessarily had to make many throws. That's one of the few times that he has today, and every time.
But they're all just,
right on the money.
Textbook, on the money.
So 1st and goal, Davis, end zone. There's another on the money. Touchdown, Mustangs. It's going to be.
Number 5 getting beat by number 5.
Yeah, it's going to be Micaiah
Great rainbow
White.
throw. We were just talking about the throws. Great job there.
Senior Micaiah White. Just his 9th reception of the year, 3rd touchdown. He's stepped up when he's had to. And it's a 50-burger in the 3rd quarter.
There you go. 30-point game as well. Question is, do we go to the mercy rule or do they Yeah, I think it's somewhere between 30 and 35. So technically they could ask for it. I don't know that they will. I mean, it's Florida. It's the second to last game of the year. Don't know that they do, Theodore, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Yeah, the other game did go, but that game also ended 34-0. You know, it's a shutout.
Now a 32-point game with the jump pass, Derrick Henry-esque jump pass for River Oaks. And the clock will run. They have enacted the mercy rule. So unless Southern Prep scores, this result will hold. And Saturday at 10 a.m., you'll have Southern Prep taking on Coastal Hurricanes. And then at 4 p.m. for the Division II championship, you'll have River Oaks and Southern Christian.
Yes, you
Again,
will.
2 brand new matchups that have never been played. Kind of a nerd for first-time matchups. I love it.
And I'm very intrigued, too. Still can't believe Southern Prep and Southern Christian haven't played. That doesn't sound right.
Well, while we've got a moment, definitely want to promote tomorrow, time TBD. We're working on a time for it, but you'll be able to watch it live here on 8-Man Extreme. We're going to sit down with the coaches that are playing for their respective championships. So in this case, it'd be Coach Barton and Coach Scott, Jason Scott, Coach Bo Barton. Be talking to them. And they'll also have a player with them. But that'll be right here on 8-Man Extreme. If you're down here in PCB, come by. It'll be a live show, live edition, special edition of Extreme Talk. And
Offsides, kicking team. 5-yard penalty, retry the kick.
so they'll back them up 5 yards. But Theodore, I'm very excited about that one. Again, if this result stands, we'll talk to Coach Barton and Coach Scott, who are playing for the Division II championship. And then we'll talk to the 2 coaches, winning coaches of the 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock game. That's tomorrow, time TBD, but it'll be right here on 8-Man Extreme, special edition of Extreme Talk. And we'll have a live audience for that one. That one's always fun, Theodore. I know you were part of that last year, and the special edition of Extreme Talk with a live audience. It's always pretty cool. It's always a cool environment.
Very fun experience. And I'll tell you, Barton hasn't had a lot of tough decisions to make today. Tough decision. Who does he bring on the show? You know, you got 3 seniors who have just dominated this game in Davis, Murphy, and Boston.
Offsides, kicking team. 5-yard penalty.
They're going to be backed up another 5 yards with the penalty being called on the kickoff.
Back-to-back offside.
If you're Coach Barton, I think you got to bring on Latavius Murphy.
I think you probably do, too.
I mean, I think you got to bring Murphy on. I don't know. You could bring Boston on.
I bet you'd like that.
Hey, listen, fellow big guy to fellow big guy, game respects game, sir. Ole Miss commit to second string bench warmer to Ole Miss commit, game respects game.
You know, maybe you were just in the wrong system. You know, you look. Boston had not been recruited prior to coming to River Oaks. I think James Shatton, if we got you under Coach Barton, maybe we would have seen you up an old Rocky Top.
You'll always be. Anyways,
that was not
illegal procedure here on the kickoff.
Was not an invitation to sing.
Well, I took it as an invitation, so.
Now I'm down for some Dixieland Delight in the 4th quarter.
Oh, you mean a song written about Tennessee?
By a band called Alabama?
It's kind of ironic. You know, there's no band from Tennessee writing songs about Alabama.
I think we'll put this debate to rest for the time being as the clock continues to run under a minute. And it is a 32-point game still.
As I mentioned earlier, you know why Alabama's logo is an A? Because it's as far as they could get in the alphabet. Williams.
Oh! Interception.
Murphy went and dug for the. I mean, that was a volleyball-style dig.
That was
to
incredible.
Go get the ball.
Wow.
And Williams just chucking it towards his guy. Comes up a little short. Murphy is there.
Southern has challenged the ruling on the field of an interception.
Well, for the first time, we're going to actually have a challenge here today. They're going to look at the work of our excellent cameraman.
And I believe we're going to get our video director to run the iPad down.
See, this is exciting.
Show them a look at the plays.
I mean, it looked really close to me. I mean, they ruled the interception, so I called the interception, but it's very possible that ball may have touched the ground. We'll see what the refs decide. While they review, we will take a break. 15 seconds to play in this third quarter. We'll be back with the conclusion momentarily.
Review. The ruling on the field is confirmed. An interception, first down.
We are back. That was a very, very short review.
And to clarify for people watching at home, the clock official who is in the press box underneath us, he's down there with our video crew. He's able to see all the different angles and look at the footage. And so he is the actual replay official as they use in college and professionals, having the replay official. And it's not usually not the guys on the field. They're getting a word from. So the challenge was made. Coach Bell challenged the interception. Replay official downstairs looked at it downstairs instead of upstairs. Nate Starr, the official.
Glad we were able to get that all squared
Replay.
away. And how about John David Green? Still running, knocking guys down. That'll be the end of the quarter. There are flags on the
I was
field.
about to say, we got flags back at the 45 and the 50.
They're going to convene at midfield. And we will hear the call in a second. Regardless, we will be heading to the fourth quarter after this call is made. Start a Faneuil scoreboard.
That is top 3 replies to Trash Talk.
Never fails.
If you're winning. Never.
If you're winning.
It is the undefeated response to Trash Talk.
There are fouls on both teams during the run. Personal foul on the defense. Personal foul on the offense. Those penalties will offset. We'll replay first down. Go to your halves.
So it will pull the run back. The ball will be spotted. I believe the ball is going to be spotted
where they snapped it, right?
at the 31, maybe the 36-yard line is where the ball was spotted.
So that's where they will.
Coach Bell asking for some clarification on it.
And
no, the run will stand.
No, I think they're just switching sides because the end of the quarter.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So we are at the fourth quarter, and with that, we will step aside and be back with the final 12 minutes of action. 36 minutes down, 12 to go here in the final D2 semifinal in Vernon, Florida. And River Oaks will have the ball after a couple offsetting penalties. Jimmy Davis gonna unload for Murphy, and yeah, it's about as clear a PI as you will see.
Defensive backs there holding on to Murphy like a scared kid holds on to his mama. I mean, just no room to work there. And Davis with a great throw.
Pass interference, defense, 15 yards from the previous spot. As a result, first down.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure almost anyone would be a scared kid out there if they had to defend Murphy right now with the day he's having. He's just on another level, as we've discussed numerous times. Wish we had the stats on just how incredible his day has been, but, you know, crazy numbers and some confidence heading into his visit to Mobile.
Shout out to all 243. It was somewhere around 250, but a shout out to everyone watching, whether you're involved with Southern Prep Academy, River Oaks School, maybe you're from the conferences that these teams are in. Big catch here down to the 43-yard line. Bring up a River Oaks second down, but a big shout out to you guys who are watching. Maybe you just want to watch some good football. Welcome in. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, this has been a fun one, albeit a bit of a one-sided game right now, but
it's very rare that you get a fun one-sided game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been eventful.
This
and there's
game,
been big plays
absolutely,
from both sides. The score just doesn't reflect that.
That's unfortunate because the
mean,
Rangers really could have made something happen, but up and another 5-yard penalty coming up.
Offsides, defense, 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Theodore Davis has been killing it with the hard count.
He really has.
I mean, he is that is going to be that is one of their biggest. We talk about the guys they've got. Murphy. I'm pulling a blank, and I don't know why I'm pulling a blank. Murphy, Jackson, Colquitt. I mean, the list goes on. J.D. Green even. We talk about these guys in Boston on the line. The biggest weapon they've got is this hard count that they are just killing all day long. They're killing Southern Prep with it.
It's another run. This one's going to go for a solid pickup. That was Zadarian Colquitt, the senior, on the run. He's
Josiah Anderson with the tackle, too.
Yeah. Colquitt's gotten his fair share of snaps tonight, especially as this game progresses. Less and less of a reason to keep Murphy in the game. He's actually on the sideline for this play, with his helmet off at that. Pre-snap motion, Davis. Gonna dump it off, and some blockers there for Andrew Robinson, who really just had a ton of open space. And
I'll tell you what you love to see, a great sportsmanlike moment. With the way this game has gone, great sportsmanlike moment between number 5, Braden Davis from Southern Prep, and the number 51, Boston. Boston with a huge block on Evans on the backside of the play, just to kind of finish, clearing out his man. And Evans with a great sportsmanlike moment with him. You love to see it after a Chippy game like this. And looks like Anderson's getting his helmet looked at, maybe some equipment issues. And speaking of Boston, they're going to bring him out. Let the young man start resting before their matchup Saturday with Southern Christian.
Man, just absolute unit, just powerful, strong, dominant on the field. And bringing him in this season was, I mean, there's a reason this team won 10 games prior to the forfeits, obviously, but
0 losses, by the way.
0 losses and that will continue through today. And man, I hope these refs go buy some ice on the way home.
Offsides, defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Hope they buy some ice on the way home, because their shoulders are going to be sore from all the flags they've had to pull out and throw.
That was solid, sir. That was solid. They're going to need to pick up ice and Tide.
Ice and time.
Ice the shoulders and wash the flags.
A lot of laundry.
Well, Theodore, how about we do some shout-outs for our crew? I'll let
How
you
about
start.
it? Well, I want to start Eleanor Rodhouse and Alex chasing over on the sideline. We've got our hits from Alex and some excellent camera shots from Eleanor over there, as we are going to have our snap after the penalty. And how about it? Some more powerful rushing. This is going to be Colton McKillian. First time we've called his name tonight. He has a touchdown on the year, 12 carries. Just a sophomore, so someone who will get more and more involved in the offense going forward.
During the run, personal foul, face mask on the defense. Half the distance to the goal from the end of the run. First down.
Well, to keep the shout-out. Well, to keep the shout-outs going, shout out to Deion Stanley working the main cam, Eli Cornett working the second camera. Down below, Will Morrow working the iPad and directing the video shot. Spencer Thompson on the computer, producing the broadcast.
That's Professor Spencer Thompson.
I'm sorry, professioner.
Did you just say professional, James?
Oh, there's a
ball's
fumble.
out.
Ball is out. Might have been recovered in the end zone for a touchdown. Waiting on the call and
Touchback, Southern Prep. They're going to say it.
On the field is a fumble recovered by the white team. Touchback, first down.
And I believe Coach Barton is going to want to challenge that. He just made the motion for a challenge.
He did make the motion for a challenge.
He's challenging it.
Yeah, but I don't think River Oaks has challenged the rule on the field of a fumble.
This will be an interesting review to take a look at.
And our official in the booth will be looking at all of the video angles. And while he reviews that, we're going to step aside here with 5:23 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we'll be back in a minute.
Fumble on the 1 yard line recovered by the defense. First down, Southern.
Well, how about that? Call is confirmed, and finally, with 5 minutes and 23 seconds to go in the game, Southern Prep able to make a stop.
Something new this year. We've mentioned it before earlier when Coach Bell made the challenge, but each coach one challenge per game, and both coaches having burned their challenge. I don't think the first game we had any challenges.
Yeah.
Both coaches having burned their challenge. The replay official in the booth looking at footage and helping make sure that the calls are made correctly.
No refs setting a
Big
precedent
shout out
here.
big shout out to the coaches, the officials, St. Dennis family, the people running the tournament for agreeing to use that technology.
Yeah, innovation
What
in
a great
Florida.
And by the way, what a great run there for Southern Prep. That's number 4.
Kandarian Robinson
Yeah.
took the screen and picked up some yardage. Going to be 2nd and 2 coming up as we are under 5 minutes to play. Yeah, tell you what, they're going to end up losing this game, but if you put 30 up on the scoreboard, that's something to, hang your hat on. Playing for pride late in this football game. Here's the snap, fake, and the reverse to Cole. Cole's got room to maneuver. Going to push his way to the 43-yard line.
And by the way, I do believe our scoreboard incorrectly reads 16. Southern Prep is at 22, just to clear the record. So
Yeah.
big shout out to the crew for fixing that, Mr. Spencer Tomset. Doing a great job of handling the producing side of the broadcast, and then video director Will Morrow.
Very.
Camera operator Eli Cornett. I'm sorry, Deion Stanley, Eleanor Roadhouse, Alex Chase, and our sideline reporter Theodore. You've killed it today, man.
Thank you. You've
On
killed it as
play-by-play.
well. Couldn't do without my color commentator. Here's the snap.
Oh, shucks.
Here's the run. And Corday Williams is going to pick up a good chunk of yardage. Clock continues to run. And they're going to.
A little bit of extra there on the sidelines. Officials are sorting it out. Clock continues to run. Just over 3 minutes to go, Theodore.
Yeah, the midfield powwow did not work. Maybe these guys can get together, hang out on the beach tomorrow or something.
That's an excellent idea, actually.
The beach brings everyone together, right? Who doesn't love the beach?
There you go. And it's not like either one of these teams are near the beach.
You know, it's actually crazy. Coach Barton was telling me before the game, plenty of his players actually, this is their first time ever going to the beach.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Incredible opportunity for these guys, and, you know, they also happen to play really, really great football, so works out for everyone.
It's a great coincidence.
So now here we go, 1st and 10 coming up.
And I love the officials here. No flags being thrown. Or maybe there was a flag thrown.
Yeah, they just moved up.
Didn't make the announcement.
Williams pressured, throw deep, and yeah, that's going to be a flag on number 8 for the Mustangs. That's Jace Benton, Jr. Pass intended for Robinson.
Personal foul, pass interference, defense. First down.
So as the clock hits the 2-minute mark, the Southern Prep Fighting Rangers continue to drive out of Camp Hill, Alabama, right near that old farm school, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, it's near Auburn. Near Auburn as well. Matter of fact, they usually participate in, there's a media outlet that hosts a media day for Auburn area high school teams. There's a touchdown.
Beautiful throw from Corday Williams and Roman Dowson.
Second touchdown for Dowson.
After failing to score his first 6 games of the season, he has 2 tonight. The senior, in his second to last game of his career, making his presence felt.
And that's the thing we were talking about earlier, a lot of the River Oaks players having never been to the beach, and just this tournament environment in general. It's an awesome opportunity for these seniors to close out their high school career in a great environment. I mean, we talked about it last night with them. There's a lot of high school football seniors that don't get this opportunity, like a lot. This is a very special group of seniors that got to come down here.
2-point conversion is good. Pass caught by Cole. And there we go, 30 on the scoreboard. And
we may get a kickoff, or they may call it here.
It might. Clock's going to continue to run.
Happens.
Technically, it shouldn't be Mercer anymore, but I think both sides are content with calling it here. 30 seconds and counting, no one in any rush to go kick the ball off. Man, this was a fun one, James.
The halftime handshake line is going to be fun to keep an eye on.
Oh, yes.
Hopefully both of these teams and these young men keep their composure. Coach Barton, Coach Bell, you know, two coaches and 2 men that are trying to lead these young men, teach these young men, and, you know, help them with playing the game of football. And a lot of respect for both of these coaches, both of these men.
Fun game here. Hope you all bet the over, 54-30.
And you'll notice if we can make sure we get the camera shot, Southern Prep, they don't do a handshake line. They line up and that's how they salute and give respect to their opponents. So we'll watch this, and that's how we'll close out. That's how we'll close out the broadcast.
Yeah, River Oaks being told to line up. Display of sportsmanship, which is a great way to end what was a chippy, albeit very, very fun game. Huge thank you to our entire broadcast crew. My color commentator, James Shannon. I'm Theodore Fernandez. Wishing you all a good afternoon.